Welcome back, my friends. So today I want to share with you all my option strategy on how I use it to make about $5,000 to $6,000 USD per month. I know it's a long awaited video. Some of y'all have commented y'all want me to talk more about my option selling strategy. So let's just get straight to the point. Okay, so I just want to explain a bit briefly about this basic concepts and overview of option selling. What is cash cover puts and covered call? Because if I don't explain that, you will be very confused, don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so cash cover put, okay, is an option strategy where you sell a put option, okay, and then you must set aside enough cash to buy 100 shares of their stock if it get assigned, okay. Covered calls means, right, it's an option strategy where you sell a call option, but you must own the underlying 100 shares. In case it gets exercised, you must be ready to sell the 100 shares. Lastly, premiums, okay? So when you do all the above, right, it's not for free. You actually get money for it, and it's called premiums. So don't worry, we will go with examples so you can understand better. Okay, so what is selling cash cover puts about? So I give you an example. Okay, when you sell a cash cover put option, example for 1 month duration, okay, let's say Apple at $100. This means you agree to buy Apple shares at $100, and you will receive a premium. Then, like I said earlier, it's like free cash for you, so-called $2 for the effort. So currently in the stock market, Apple is trading at $105. So if Apple never falls to $100 after 1 month, the option will expire and become worthless, and you keep the premium of $2 free of charge. So after that, when it expires, you can continue to sell new cash cover put options. So you just keep selling and selling, okay? So remember, options are always dealt in 100 share size. So the total premium collected is not just $2, it's $2 times 100. That means $200 for you. So you can see, right, the basis of option is like a contract like that. So be it you want to call it an agreement, a promise or whatever. So every time you sell a contract or sell a promise, this is what happened. So in short, option is like contracts, like agreement. Okay, So let's say example, okay, fortunately or unfortunately, okay, Apple goes below 100. Then you have to buy it at $100 as per the option agreement. Remember, options are like contract, you must fulfill it. So if Apple goes below 100, let's say it goes by $80, $70, you still have to buy at $100 because that's the agreement you made. So let's say, okay, Apple dropped to $95, you will pick it up, okay? So the total cost will be $100 times 10 shares. So you have to pay $10,000 in total for 100 shares of Apple. Because like I said, you agreed to buy Apple at $100 per share. But remember, you get $2 premium for selling this option agreement earlier. So remember, we are not stupid. We expect to receive something for giving out such a promise. You won't be so stupid, right? You go and tell people, I agree to buy Apple shares from you at $100, regardless of the condition. So in return, I need to get something, right? I can't be so stupid to give such promises like that, Okay, give you this sort of agreement so beneficial. No, you must give me something for it. So that's the premium, okay? So remember, $2 times $100 is the $200, which is yours to keep. So remember that, okay? So remember earlier we got assigned shares because we bought 100 Apple shares with a cost price of $100 per share. Now we move on to the next part, which is selling covered calls, okay? So I give you an example so it's easier to understand. So example, now Apple trades at $95. You sell Apple covered calls at $100 for 1 month duration. This means you agree to sell Apple shares at $100, okay? Once again, you will receive a premium. Like I said, you receive money for giving out this type of promises or agreement. Basically cash. Okay, so $2 example for selling this option. Now, if Apple price did not hit $100 after 1 month, the option once again will expire worthless. So there's always a duration. Like I said earlier, you sell for 1 month. After 1 month means expire, no more. Okay, so in that case, you will keep the premium of $2 free. Okay, and you still continue to keep the 100 shares of Apple. and that $2 premium. So once again, we always talk about 100 shares, so the total premium you collected is always $2 times $100, which is $200. And because you still hold the Apple shares now, so you can continue to sell new covered calls, and you keep doing it. So one fine day, okay, your shares get caught away. So how does that happen? So okay, example, okay, what happens if Apple shares goes up to $105 now? Remember, you sold the Apple covered calls option at $100. You agreed to sell your Apple shares at $100. So now that it has go up to $105, okay, people will definitely want to buy your Apple shares because your Apple shares you're selling at $100, but the market is pricing it at $105. Of course, I buy from you because that's the option agreement we had. So you must sell to me. So that means your shares will be sold away. But since previously you bought the Apple shares at $100, remember originally, and now you sold it at $100, so you actually earn $0. You don't really lose or earn any money. But remember the premiums we talked about when you sell the cash cover put, okay, and you sell the call, each direction, okay, each option that you sold gives you the premium, which is $200 plus $200, which is $400, and that's what you make. So it's not like you never make any money. You actually make money from the premiums, okay? I hope you follow us so far, okay? So that's the basis of the wheel strategy. You just repeat the cycle. So like I said, since your Apple shares got caught away, that means sold away, you can go back to the originally we talked about the first step, which is selling cash cover put. So let us just look at the steps, okay? So step 1, you sell cash cover put, okay? You keep selling and selling and selling and receive premium. But one day, you get assigned the share because the price dropped too low, so you get the shares. But once you get the shares, you can sell covered calls, okay? So you'll keep selling and selling and earn the premiums. So one fine day, your share price, goes up. So your shares get caught away. So you just receive the premiums. And because now you no longer hold any shares, you can restart back to the step 1, which is selling cash cover put. And this entire thing is called the wheel strategy. That's all. I hope it is short and sweet, straightforward enough. Okay, so just some closing thoughts. Okay, this has been the strategy I've been using all this while. Okay, so don't underestimate the premiums. Okay, it do add up quickly. Okay, like I said, a few direction here and there, selling here and there, a few $100s here and there, it quickly adds up and builds up your account. So remember, the whole basis of this strategy I use is to farm premiums. Okay, farm the premiums, that's the key. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. I try my best to answer them, okay? I want to keep this video short, so I won't speak further. But subsequent videos, I want to talk more in depth about this strategy, on some of the modifications and some of the changes I made to tweak this strategy to suit my portfolio and my risk-taking tolerance.